Let's go ahead and bring you a look at Washington, D.C. on this Monday morning. You can see some clouds hovering across the Capitol building, the White House just nearby, as we are getting ready for what could be a busy Monday on Capitol Hill, the last Monday of 2020. Good Monday morning to you, everyone. Isaac Petcash here for Erie News Now. I'm sitting at the alert desk this morning as we're continuing to follow the back and forth with the COVID-19 relief bill. Over the weekend, in fact, last night, President Trump signed the COVID-19 stimulus package in addition to the government funding bill. It totaled just over $3 trillion, but about 2.1 of that amount was for the government funding. So the government's funded through September now. But the most important part for Americans at this point, people who are looking for benefits, is that $900 billion stimulus package that was also passed. President Trump has signed the bill just a few days after criticizing it and making it seem like he might not sign the bill due to several issues that he talked about. He mentioned that there was in his words, a lack of a stimulus payment. There was a $600 payment for Americans. He wanted it to $2,000. He was also upset with what he called some foreign pork in the bill, is what he noted it as. Foreign pork money that was going to foreign entities that he wanted out. He listed them in a video, but he has signed that $900 billion relief bill. So now what comes next? You would think that it would be really easy, right? The bill gets published, goes into law, the money begins to start distributing to the certain entities, but it's not necessarily that simple. If you were reading last night after President Trump signed the bill, you might have noticed that he said, the president, that he was going to make sure that there were certain provisions he would take to Congress that he wanted taken out, such as the provisions he talked about with potential different foreign funding that would be gone, if you will. The stimulus checks, of course, another one as well. The president saying he would go through line by line and talk about the things he wanted in the bill and the things he didn't want in the bill, and would ask Congress and the courts to reverse that funding and take it out. So even though it might seem like everything's all well and dandy and the bill's been passed by all three branches of government, that doesn't necessarily mean the holdup is gone. There is a possibility as we move through today and through this week that there could still be a holdup in potential payments for stimulus checks, for unemployment benefits, and for small business funding through the Payment Protection Program Fund. So tonight, starting at 5 on Erie News Now, we're going to break down exactly what you need to know and if there are any holdups still going to happen, when you should expect to receive your second stimulus check, if you're eligible, when you'll be able, if you're a small business owner, to apply for that new funding, if you have that opportunity, and if you're expecting unemployment benefits, when you can expect to see that $300 raise, and if you're even going to get a check this week, because many Americans are going to be without unemployment payments for the next week going into the new year, and we'll explain why starting tonight at 5 as well. We're also going to keep you covered on a measure that's happening today inside the House of Representatives. Over the weekend and late last week around the Christmas holiday, you might have remembered that the House of Representatives, after President Trump called for $2,000 stimulus payments, brought a proposal to the floor. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, in agreement with President Trump, hasn't happened often in Trump's presidency. She talked about the fact that every American was deserving of these payments. She said she would bring a standalone bill to the floor to be able to give every American $2,000 payments. Well, Republicans in both the House and the Senate said they weren't interested in looking at the bill, so it never really happened. However, today, we are expecting a vote on that same measure, that $2,000 standalone bill for stimulus payments. There is expected to be a vote on that this afternoon to see if the House will pass it through. Now, whether or not this bill even goes to the Senate floor, if it's passed, we are not sure, but that's what we're going to update you on tonight. Is there still an outside chance that you could more than triple your stimulus payment? It's not out of the question, and we're going to let you know what would have to happen for you to see an increase in your stimulus payment coming up tonight. A lot to get to on Capitol Hill this Monday morning, turning into afternoon, and we'll keep you updated throughout the day at the Alert Desk, on air, online, and across our platforms on Erie News Now. Until that time, everybody, stay safe and healthy, and we will see you in just a little bit. Take care.